Hey GED students, I've got a student Shayna wondering about converting mixed numbers to improper fractions. So let's give it a try. Yeah, I never ever like to have my students memorize an algorithm, a process, without knowing where it comes from. So I'm actually not going to show you how until I show you why. So let's talk about 1 and 1/3. I'm going to draw a picture. One whole thing. Mathematicians are obsessed with pies. And 1/3 of a thing. So I'm going to break a thing into 3 equal pieces and take one of them. 1 out of 3, 1/3. So there is a picture of 1/3. And you're wondering what that would be if I converted that into an improper fraction. Well, remember what I'm doing when I take a mixed number and converted it into an improper fraction. All I'm doing is taking my whole things and cutting it into the same number of pieces that my small thing or my fractional piece is cut into. So let me show you what I mean. My pie over here is cut into thirds. So let me cut this one whole thing into thirds. How many thirds would I end up with? Well, hello, I'd end up with 3/3. 1, 2, 3/3. I took this one whole thing and I cut it into 3 pieces. And so I ended up now with 3 pieces. I have 1/3, 3 pieces. I'm sorry, 3/3. Now I had already 1, 2, 3/3. I'll add in that other piece I had. It's now 4/3. Okay, now you're wondering, how could I do that? Mathematically, Kate, I don't want to draw a picture every time I have. Well, let's think about it. You're going to take this one whole thing, the whole number, and you're going to cut it into what? You're going to cut it into thirds. So one thing times the 3 pieces you'll get out of that one whole thing, that's 3. Then you're going to add in the piece you already had, just like we did over here. Add in that top number. That makes a total of 4. For what? 4/3. The denominator will stay the same number. All I did was cut up that whole number into thirds as well. Okay, let's try it with 6/3. If I have 6 whole things, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I cut each one of them in thirds. That's getting 3 pieces out of each one of them. That's getting 3 pieces 6 times. That will give me 18 thirds. But I didn't just have my 6 whole things. I also had this one little third all over here by itself. So I have 18 plus that one piece, 19. How many thirds do I have? I have 19 thirds. Notice my denominator did not change. 19 thirds. Let's try one more. Let's try 4 3/4. Again, I could take the 4 whole things, cut each one into 4 pieces, and I'll end up with 16 pieces. 16 pieces plus the 3 I already had, 17, 18, 19. That is 19/4. And let's prove it in a diagram. 1, 2, 3, 4 whole things. And 3/4. So now I have 3 out of 4 pieces. So if I were to cut up those 4 whole things so that they were also in pieces, I'd end up with 4, 8, 12, 16, 17, 18, 19 pieces of what size? They're all of size 4th. All right, I hope that makes sense. If you have any questions about this or any other GED math topic, be sure to drop it in the comments and I'll do my best to answer it.